Hey everybody, back. Get a little rapid warm-up game here in. Rapid warm-up games. Um, See if I can give black an isolated central pawn here. I am going to have to protect this bishop. Also prevents bishop g4, so that's good. I can play bishop to d3. Okay, I can't give black an isolated pawn anymore, but I think it was... Might be able to play against the hanging pawn setup now. B takes, and then I can get rook c1. I'll drop the bishop back to b1 if he plays c4. Play b3 first, then knight a4. It looks like he's going to try and play d4. Could be a dangerous passed pawn. Let's just play this first. So I'm going to have to move the knight when he plays d4 anyway. I'm expecting d4. Could probably trade. Probably trade and then still knight c5. That's good. Now I have a double attack on this pawn and the h pawn. Can I take the h pawn and then move the queen up? No. Bishop takes, king over, queen. I can move the queen back though. And then g6. I'm actually gonna try this. Might not work though. I can play knight g5 to defend the bishop as well. And black really has to weaken himself to continue to attack my pieces. My knight's a bit out of play. Now I'm threatening f7. My feeling is that I can get decent compensation here for the piece. Now the threat is f6. So now my goal should be to distract and to confuse. thinking of a3, but I don't actually want his knight to get back here necessarily. So I can push e4. Actually, let me push his knight back and then play e4. Yeah, do not try this at home. This is, it's getting a little bit dangerous for me. Now I expect d4. This can't be sound by me, but definitely committed, that's for sure. So now f6, I have this move, e5. And if he trades, then I open up the f-file as well. So, and if he doesn't trade, then I get to snap off the f-pawn, and my knight gets is going to be maintained on g5. Now he can't play knight takes because of knight b6. King back. Nice. Okay. Now I get to play this. Okay, this is blitz chess at its finest. I'm going to analyze this game afterward and see how bad that sacrifice was. I think I sort of intimidated my opponent out of the game. But now that I have this position, feels good, man. A lot of threats. A lot of threats are opening themselves up. Okay, he simply resigns. GG. Alright, let's analyze that game. That was hilarious. I don't know what possessed me to play the move. I actually did miss. Okay, let's just see. So yeah, he did play a towerish defense. I don't know the exact line. I just sort of played what I knew. And in this position, most people play c takes d5. That is what I did. So I knew that part. Let's see. Yeah, it is possible to just take this pawn right away and force the isolated pawn, but then you give black a lot of development. Not a huge fan of that. So I just developed the bishop. And it seems in this line, white is scoring pretty well. Very well. I have some top games here. Hare Krishna. Yeah, a lot of 2600s, etc. A6 seems slow. So no one else played H3 here though, favoring the development. So if you develop the bishop simply to E2, that's been played 18 times. No one's played H3, so say you do that and say white plays this move. Yeah, so you have to get, you could force this sort of thing. Whether even, oh yeah, you can just take that pawn. Okay, so this is no good for black to trap the bishop immediately, so I should not have done that. Since knight h5 is no good to start with anyway. Okay, so h3 is a mistake. He plays b6 to prevent me from giving an isolated pawn. There's already no games in the database, but white seems to have a decent advantage here. I did trade, which the computer I think is not too unhappy about. Okay, and these sorts of positions I do understand pretty well. So with the C and D pawns, it's called the hanging pawns formation, where they're not isolated, but they can't really defend each other because I'm controlling C4 and D4. So eventually they'll just need to push one of them when it gets attacked, and I will be able to capitalize by creating an isolated pawn. Okay, so I did not actually see this knight b4 move here. Knight b4, and bishop takes h7. Actually, the computer does like. So that's the top move here. So I went with my gut, and it seemed to work. Okay, so that they like so they like an immediate knight g5. Because anytime you take my queen, I can check, take your queen, and I'll be threatening two things. I'll be threatening this bishop, and I'll be threatening this knight. So I did not calculate through all that, but that would be the best. And I'd maintain material equality after getting that pawn. So it'd give me a close to 2 pawn advantage there. Now a queen b1 an inferior move put me down to 0.5. So yeah, they're kind of going along with what I said, with what I did, and this is barely any advantage for white now. Basically equal position. Though it's, from a practical standpoint, it's not easy to, I don't think it's easy to play for either white or black, because with black you gotta defend against many threats coming from every angle, and white you have to make sure you don't ruin everything and end up a piece down. So difficult position to play for both. And they're saying f4 was good. So perhaps I shouldn't have played e4 straight away. I should have prefaced it with f4. Okay, but I played e4 first, and they're saying knight d4 was a good move. I did not calculate that move, so that would not only block the diagonal, but that would threaten a check here. Okay, but d4 was what I expected. More of a human move, and again, equal-ish position. As soon as you see f6, though, it's like bam, e5. And oh, and I didn't even play this, but I had the check here already. So that would have been a mate in, maybe not a direct mate, but he would have to give up his queen or get mated pretty pretty quickly. And I assume this number 12 means mate in 12, but I'm not sure. But at this point, yeah, you can't really play king takes pawn. Can't play knight takes pawn. And that's a wrap. So let's see. All right, that'll end the first rapid game here. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, leave any feedback you have in the comments, and enjoy what's coming up.